everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The second meeting of the year on tap here between these two fierce AFC rivals. These teams know each other very well, and that only serves to stoke the flames of what is always a heated battle. It's the Browns going up against the Steelers. So, with the call of this Week 16 matchup, let's hand it over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they've been in a great group. Winners of 7 of their last 10 on the year. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3". It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going. Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offense.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. And if this offense is going to flow today, certainly the running back will be a key piece.
Without a doubt, because they asked their runner to not just do that, but to block, to catch, to help set a tone for their offense.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Well, they get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That was a terrific job by the defense stopping them on 3rd and short. But sometimes you get some visual cues from the offense because when they're going in short yard situations, you might see the offensive line come in tighter together, a little more shoulder to shoulder, trying to wedge a hole in the middle. They didn't get it done on that play.
Taking it about the 16. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. We get a glance at the Browns' defense as they file into position. And it's the first quarter, but they gave up the score last time. How important is it here not to fall 2 scores behind?
Extremely important because not only are you trying to avoid being in a big deficit to start this game off, you also want to get into a pattern where that offense has the advantage. You've got to find a way to turn things around. This is the series to begin that.
And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. Call it a 6-yard gain. Still plenty of work to do coming up. 3rd and 14.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yards.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now the try here for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Well, I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 6. Ooh, with a juke. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And now out come the Steelers. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And they'll go to the ground attack here. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
Offense needs something here on second down. It is second and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. Well, there was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
So a big sack on second down. Now let's see what the offense has in store for third.
Now let's go. Green.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
The Steelers send out their punter now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. This is taken at the 23. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And the starting defensive unit here for Pittsburgh.
Michael Bennett is one of the best pass-rushing defensive linemen in the game. Normally plays defensive end, but when they go to those nickel packages and he works inside, look out, offensive guards. You've got a problem.
9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on second down. He'll drop to throw. He's got time. Great protection. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
He's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete.
The Steelers insert their nickel defense on third down.
Yeah, they add a DB. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. And he'll give it here to his running back. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
A gain of 3, second down. Decent chunk of yardage still left here, 2nd and 7. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. They'll look to throw here. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Browns have taken the lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
But plenty of credit has to go to the guy carrying the ball. He broke the tackle and gained the yardage. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the defender's bad. They're not going to make 100% of the tackles all the time. Even the best in the game will miss one occasionally. The key is not to let it snowball and miss tackle after tackle. On that play, credit to the offense, but that doesn't make the defense bad.
And to give this time to the tailback. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, that run wasn't very successful. They did have a big one on the previous play. So you get the sense that the offense is probing around, trying to find the ones that are going to work. And when they find them, they'll keep coming back to them.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. To the sideline, and a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Love the effort. Love the dramatics. Getting the feet down. How about a little step shuffle along the sideline there, almost like a great ballet dancer or a tap dancer. All for no gain, though?
I was going to say, it's so pretty, and it gets you nothing. Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So 1 quarter in the books here on Christmas Eve. 14 apiece is the score. More from the Steel City coming up after this. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 8. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Steelers defense getting ready here for this next possession. See if they can regroup a little bit. They gave up the touchdown last drive.
And you know from our meetings with coaches all across the league, one of their pet peeves, when teams get down, a lot of these guys now, they want to treat it like it's a video game or something. Hit reset. Let's start over, coach. Now the first 2 series, they don't even matter now. Let's play again. That's not how it works. You're down. You gave up a touchdown. You can't do it again. You have to dig in, grit it out, and fight it out. Reset buttons. It's driving everybody crazy. There are no reset buttons when you're playing in this game.
Preach, Chucky, preach. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. So the offense dealing with a 3rd and 6. They'll come out in the pistol. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Time to tighten up the seatbelt just a little bit, partner, because that was a safety that crashed in there and made that play behind the line of scrimmage. How about that pursuit?
play action. They'll throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. It looked like he might have had a window there, but the rhythm was just a little bit off.
Certainly was, because everything that has to come together to get a pass completed. Yeah, you're right. The sync just wasn't there.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up fourth.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs. They covered well. Allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is brought in at the 21. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return. And now here comes the Steelers defense once more. They have a little something to build off of from last time with a 3-and-out.
And what they have to build off of? Great confidence right now. Being able to stuff someone on a 3-and-out. You feel like you're in control now. You're doing the dictating. They want to see if that can continue as this game progresses.
Will it continue? We'll see.
Here we go. 38.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Second and very short here, less than a yard. They come out here in the eye. And they'll go on the ground. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
To me, that's a superior play by the backer because he was allowed to, I think, run free on it and make that play. His defensive linemen, they covered things down for him because offensive guys, the linemen, what they're trying to do, as you know, is block the guy at the point of attack and then climb to the next level and get the linebacker. When you're not allowed to climb, you got a free hitter, and that's what we saw there. And a really nice play resulted for them.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. And the Browns offense back out there ready to take over. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Finding time. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
They're going to look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. Now, that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. And nobody was open downfield there. Looked like a pretty clear throwaway.
Yeah, definitely was that. I'm wondering why there wasn't intentional grounding. I know they're saying there's a receiver there in the area. Those darn quarterbacks, they get away with everything.
Spoken like a true defensive back, Mr. Davis.
Did that come out?
It did.
Okay.
Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Surveying the field. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's out of bounds right at the 25.
Holding offense.
So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
That'll net 7 yards on the ground, but it'll leave him with a healthy distance still to go on third down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Out of the gun now on third down. Over the middle, it's complete. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
The Steelers send out their punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover, and wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Let's go.
And they'll run it here. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. The offensive line and its ability to open holes in this defensive front, something they were confident they could create in this game. Got the job done there, picked up the first.
And something they wanted to do. Have we ever met offensive linemen that don't want to fire out and hit people? I mean, they love the running game. Guys want to do that, and when you emphasize it, practice it, and work on it, that gives you an opportunity during the game.
Let's go. 1-9.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And some room to maneuver. And a cut to the sideline. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns add on to their lead. He's got the hat trick. 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out
I
there?
didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for him. A nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
And that makes it a 9-point game. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. Now the try here for the point after. And that will make this a 16-point lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Gun. They'll look to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Looking to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the two defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That's taken it around the 40. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner.
We got three, fellas. Let's go. Brand 38.
Now back to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Browns send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And now the Browns get ready as they head back out there. Their stay on the field last time was short-lived with a 3-and-out. See if they can get some more of that.
And ordinarily, you want to be on the field playing, right? But 3-and-outs, that's almost gold to a defense. Get to the bench, get some rest, turn the ball over to your offense.
We'll see what they can do here, see if they can force another 3-and-out. They'll run it now out of the gun. Look at the spin. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. They come out here in the eye. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve, as we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. The Steelers have to try to avoid becoming frustrated in the second half, as this is 2 straight weeks of shaky football. The Browns are keeping them off balance, and that's pushed them in front. So let's take a look at the highlights from the first half. Steelers lined up at the 15. This run stays up the middle here, and this 4-play drive goes for a touchdown. Steelers land the first punch. Browns with possession halfway through one. Impressive blocking frees up the ball carrier, and this run goes for a touchdown. We're brand new at 7. Browns with the football late in the first. The pass will be completed into coverage. This play goes for a score. That takes the lead up to 7. Steelers line up at the 31. The catch is made after a quick pass, and this 5-play drive goes for a touchdown. Steelers tied up at 14. Browns line up at the 46. The blocking here will free up the run, and he'll take it in for the touch. Browns up now by 9. Down to late in the first half. The ball will pop out here on the run. Browns will pick it up and score. The Browns up now by 16. So that'll do it for us here in Orlando.